Hodge. Faye-Waboso in to help win that ball back. Greg Fissel out. Added late to that starting 15. Vincent. This is some decent Exeter possession. An early workout for a Northampton defence that has already been breached. And what a return for that man. He's been away a while, and he's missed that try-scoring feeling. Manny Faye-Waboso.
They're still getting used to each other. One might want to scrummage a little bit higher than the other.
Over 15.
Pearson away quickly, and then the step from Chick. Saints locals getting an early glimpse of what he brings, and he's set up the try for Coles. That was sharp stuff off the line out. Apologies for the language. Henry Walker, early replacement at hooker for Craig. Right, here goes Hendy. McParland calling for it. Sprint for the line. Hauled down brilliantly by Brown Bampo. Still defensive work to do for the Chiefs. James Ram clear on this right-hand side. Saints go left, and Saints score. Tom Pearson. One significant break, a second significant try. Scott Young, plenty of Saint shirts, plenty of options. Oh, that's brilliantly away. And a fabulous score. And a debut score in the Premiership for a young Italian, Eduard Todoro. Here is Bello. Hunting. Oh my goodness, what about that? In the blink of an eye, Litchfield for the line. That's a corker. It barely had Dingwall's fingerprints on it. But in essence, they were all over that try. Finished off by a galloping Tom Litchfield. Northampton have an ever-willing runner. Likewise, Litchfield, who scored perhaps the try of the match so far. And then Hendy finds Todoro, who's looking for a second. He's gone. Premiership debut is not yet 37 minutes old, and already he's grabbed a couple of tries. Skinner. All the way through for Ben Hammersley. Joe Hawkins amongst the summer departures. He's gone back to Wales to the Scarlets, and the bouncing ball will work. And Brown Bampo goes in. 21 tries last season, his first of this.
Ball's available. No, ball's clearly available.
Hodge charging through, and the ball to Vincent, and just as they had to, Chiefs have started strongest in this second half. They scored the first try, and now they've scored the second. Ross Vincent. The Endall's throw with the lift tower in the background, and Vincent driving through. Oh, he scored! No one is heading off to make a cup of tea just yet. Todoro. And back to Bello.
Great skill from Varney. First the flick up, and the reverse pass.
Slade. Skinner. Opening up now. Manny Faye-Waboso. Oh, he's pulled up, but he's got just enough left in the muscle to score the try.
Here's the pass, or the kick through. Flips it up with the left boot. Out the back door, and there's loads of space if they can only find their quickest player. You think as soon as he got it, the job's done, and then he cramps up.
Saints stirred as they had to be. Hutchinson, Bello, Ram, Sam Graham, no.
We do have head contact. It is foul play. The player is upright. He comes across at speed. Therefore, it is a high level of danger. He is seeking to make a legal tackle, however, so it's going to be a 20-minute red card.
Northampton now have to be very careful around penalties. Skinner, Brown Bampo gives it away, and Chiefs will snatch it.
Just slow this down, bro.
In the most extraordinary fashion.
Happy with that one?
The second one.
Yeah, that one is forward to the contact.
Second one.
What a second half. That'll do. That will more than do for Exeter. Have we missed this? I think we have. What on earth were we doing over the summer without the Gallagher PREM? Players littering the pitch in exhaustion. A comeback that will live in our minds all the way home and deep into next week and beyond. Final score at the Gardens, extraordinarily. Northampton 33, Exeter 33.
Yeah, that first half, we seen the click really well. First 10, Chiefs came at us in the 22. I thought we barred it well. Obviously, they got that one try. Then we try to play a speed that people just can't stay with us. And I think that first 40, we managed to do that. Second half, I just feel like we dropped off that energy, we dropped off our process and just let them back in the game. Once you drop off, it's hard to get it back.
Given how hard the momentum pendulum swung in Chiefs' favour, how do you feel stood here with a draw in your pocket? Did you salvage that from the jaws of defeat, or did you throw away a victory today?
I think we threw away a victory. Frustrating. Obviously, 3 points isn't the end of the world, but that was 5 points up for grab. And I just spoke about that. It wasn't even our technical stuff. I felt like we just dropped off energy-wise. Sort of felt like the game could have been won in that first half and let them back in. So that's something to have a look at, but that first half has so many positives to go after.
And a home debut for you in Saints colours. What's the sense that you get from the rest of the squad, from the coaches, about how important it is to defend this place as a fortress?
Yeah, there's a huge emphasis on it. They've hardly lost here in the last 3 or 4 years, and that shows from the fans. Like, sell out again today, it's incredible. That they obviously really help, but also this group and how hard we're willing to work for each other. So I think going out there, that first half we showed how hard we are willing to work, but it's an 80-minute performance is what we need.
Phil, Callum Chick has just told us that this was very much one of those draws that feels like a loss. Do you concur?
Yeah, I think so. I think with the quality of the first half, and it was a fairly disastrous second half, so yeah, I think we're in the box seat there and we let it slip.
We'd been singing your praises in commentary and throughout the programming about your ability to execute skills under pressure and how well things were coming off for you. Was it pressure that got to the team?
I don't think so, because I think at 33-7 we're in a very comfortable position, probably too comfortable, and I think we didn't value the ball, kept giving the ball up cheaply, couldn't get through phases, and against a good side, you know, and a dangerous team, then you're going to get punished, and we couldn't then change the momentum, and we're probably lucky to come away with the draw.
It's a pattern that we saw last year as well, conceding try bonus points and losing bonus points late on in fixtures. Had you addressed that over the off-season? Were you hoping that that sort of thing wouldn't happen as often this season?
I mean, obviously you'd never want it to happen, but I think it's the consistency of our performance and our inability, like I said, to look after the ball in the second half, and yeah, it's abject and very frustrating.
We learned we've got a lot of spirit in the group, and we've got a bit of resilience. Unfortunately, we learnt the hard way. You know, we had a great start to go 7-0 up. And then fell off the rails a little bit for various reasons. Had a chat at half-time and challenged the players to come back in the second half and show a little bit of what they're about and see what happens. And fortunately for us, as we did, and we came back strongly and managed to get the draw.
And who were the leading voices during the interval? Who led that half-time rally?
It's a bit of everyone, really. It was the processes. So Rob spoke at the start and talked about what we've been talking about since the start of pre-season with them, and then I gave a couple of attacking points that I thought were important, and Hayden picked up the defensive bits and pieces. And then the players, to be fair, when you're 33-7 down, I think there's not much motivation needed, and I think the players were pretty keen to put things right, and luckily for us, they did.
You say that, and yet it feels as though there were points last season where that scoreline at half-time might have resulted in the compounding of errors in the second half and heads going down. Do you feel there's been a shift in the off-season in the way that you approach deficits like that?
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully, you don't find yourself in those situations. More as what you are as a person and what's acceptable for the group. And I think, you know, we haven't really harked back to last year a lot. We made a pretty clear decision on the day one of pre-season that everything's looking forward and make sure we learn from what happened last year. And I think some of those learnings went into action today, and hopefully put a few more in over the coming weeks.
Just lastly, with your attack hat on, we talked pre-match about that back three you've assembled in Hodge, Feyu Oboso, Brown Bampo, and some of the strike moves that came off today were delectable to watch. How fun are they to work with as a young group? Oh,
they're great. Frustrating at the same time, but no, they're great. I mean, I love Northampton, how they play as well. You know, I think Sam, the way he puts into their strike play, so we saw it as a big challenge this week to put our strike runners against their strike runners, and I think at half-time they had the upper hand, but then we came back strongly, and there's some great finishes, and I think some of the footwork on show was phenomenal.